Well, hi there guys, Mark here. Welcome today to a review on the Honda Forza 125. Stay tuned and I'll give you my thoughts on it. Alright then guys, let's take a look around this Honda Forza 125, and first off, many thanks to Honda UK for lending me this scooter for a few weeks. Starting off with the price, £5,149. That does put it obviously at the top end of the market, but you really are getting a premium scooter here. We'll go into it more later on, but this has the lot, this scooter, and the performance and the comfort and the handling to match, so it really, in my opinion, is worth the money. It's got a 125cc single cylinder liquid cooled 4-valve single overhead cam engine, putting out maximum for the A1 license 14.75 horsepower at 8,750 RPM, and torque is 12.2 Newton meters at 6,500 RPM. It's got an 11.7 litre fuel tank, which you feel there, and it gives around about a colossal 300-mile range. Honda are quoting 42 kilometres a litre, which is around about 120 miles per gallon, which is absolutely superb. Tyres on these are the very good Michelin City Grip. We've got a 140 on the rear, 14-inch wheel, and a 120 section on the front with a 15-inch wheel, which roll really well. It's nice to have a decent sized front wheel for going over the rough sort of bumps in the road. These are coming in at 161 kilos wet weight, so quite a bit lighter than the Forza 350 that weighs in at about 180 kilos. Seat is 780mm. Doesn't sound that high, but again, with a lot of these maxi scooters, it is quite wide, so it does spread your legs out, so do bear that in mind. It is quite a tall scooter. I'm 5'7" tall, about 170 centimetres with a 30-inch inside leg, and I can get the balls of my feet down. Just take a look at me on the bike, and then you can compare that for yourself. It's got super bright LEDs all round. It goes all the way up here. LED indicators, LED rear light. I will put in a night riding section for you. Keyless ignition, so keep the key in your pocket. It's got an absolutely superb electric screen, 180mm of travel for this model, and that wouldn't look out of place on a touring motorcycle, would it? And that gives you the best wind protection I think I've ever had on a 125 scooter. It's got Honda traction control. I've got USB-C connector in there, a nice little glove box there. It's got stop-start technology, where it cuts out when you come to a standstill and then starts again when you twist the throttle. Huge under-seat storage. Now, I've actually managed for the first time ever to fit 2 helmets in here, 2 full-face helmets, and I've managed to shut the seat down. So I don't normally manage to do that. It's got a little divider here, so two full-face helmets will fit in there, I can assure you. So that's absolutely brilliant. So it's twist and go, CVT, continuously variable transmission. Pure simplicity to ride. If you're looking for a bike to go to the shops on, some commuting, all that sort of stuff, go to work on, this is one of the best ones you can get, in my opinion. Top speed is around about 75 miles an hour, and it will hold quite easily 60-65 with no problem at all. These have 4,000 mile service intervals, and this is actually a 2021 model, but the colours at the moment are red, blue, grey, black, or a light grey. Okay guys, let's try the test ride. Okay then, let's just try this out. So first thing you notice when you sit on it, it's quite a physically big scooter. It's got a big presence to it, lovely big screen here, and a very comprehensive dash there with lots of information. So it's keyless ignition. Just run through all the controls here. You've got your traction control button there, your headlight high and low and pass. You've got your screen button, info A, which does the info here, info B, horn and indicators. Over on this side you've got your automatic start and stop, on and off, hazards, and your start button. So down here is kind of like your switch, the keys in the pocket. You push and turn, that kind of powers up the dash. Turn it one more time, and there you go, that all comes on there. So as you can see, you've got a good array of got trip meters A and B. Average consumption is a mind-blowing 120 to the gallon at the moment, showing a range of 191 miles. I've done about 100 miles so far on this tank, so it really is it's a 300 mile range bike. This is absolutely superb. And these mirrors, they fold in, which is a nice touch if you needed to sort of push the scooter through a sort of a narrow gap or something like that. So that's a very nice touch. So hold the brake on, push the button, and up it starts. Now there's none of that normal sort of squeal from the starter motor. The starter motor's directly sort of connected to the crankshaft, so it just turns without that sort of whir of the starter motor, which is quite unique to this. So anyway, away we go, twist and go. So very smooth pulling away, very impressive. Okay, so out on the open road on the Forza 125. Let's just run through the scooter in the usual way. Starting off with some of the best mirrors I think I've ever had on a scooter. They're really big, they're right out there, but an absolutely superb view behind. Very clear. I can see a little bit of my elbows, but the mirrors are so big and clear, they're absolutely brilliant. So 5 stars, good start there for the mirrors, really good. Next up, the electric screen. Now that wouldn't be out of place on a touring bike, would it? That's an absolutely superb screen. They did update this scooter a couple of years ago. They gave it a bigger sort of range. It's 180 mil on the screen, up and down, and I have to say it is by far the best screen I've ever had on a scooter, well, of this size anyway. You know, I mean, the Forza 350 is the same sort of thing, and the T-Max and the like, but on a 125 it's absolutely superb. Easily operated on the left console here, so that's fully up, and that's now right down, which is obviously a lot noisier. So amazing wind protection. I've been riding this scooter for the past week in really cold conditions, you know, 1-2 degrees Celsius, and that keeps all the cold wind blast off you. So the screen is absolutely superb. 5 stars there. Particularly like the dash, lots of information there, nice analog tacho and speedometer, very easy to read. The central reverse LCD info area is all very clear as well. I can see my range, temperature, battery, average consumption, clock, all that stuff. Even in this sort of bright sunlight, it's all very easy to see, so that's brilliant. So engine performance, this has got like the full power for the A1 license, about 14.7 horsepower, and you can really feel that makes a big difference. I mean, this is effortlessly holding an indicated 60. As I said earlier, these will do around about 75 miles an hour flat out, about 120 kilometers an hour, which is excellent performance for a 125. So if you're looking for that little bit more performance out of your scooter, compared to say like an 11 horsepower scooter that say sort of struggle around 55-60, This definitely is 5 to 10 mile an hour faster easily, this scooter, so that's excellent. Just to show you the engine performance, it's very flexible. So it's 30 miles an hour at the moment, wide open throttle. There's your 40, there's your 50, and there's your 60 with no trouble at all. I have GPS checked the speedo, and it's pretty accurate. It's the usual sort of reads a little bit high by a few miles an hour, but on the whole it's quite accurate. So if we just slow this down to like a more relaxed sort of 50-55, just cruising at about sort of 6,000-7,000 RPM. The engine's very quiet, exceptionally smooth. I cannot feel any vibrations through the seats, the footboards, or the handlebars, the bars. So they've really done a good job in refining the engine. It's incredibly smooth. So one of the things I particularly like about the Forza is it is a big, physically big scooter. It's the same sort of size as like a Bergman 400 or that sort of style, a Maxi 400 size. So it really does have great road presence. It's got decent tyres, good grip. So you'd never really know that you're on a 125, to be honest, in terms of size. It's got good road presence, which obviously you don't sort of get swamped by car drivers. You know, they respect you because you're on a big bike, which is great. Nothing behind. We'll just try the brakes out. Front and rear ABS, very, very acceptable. So we're going from sort of 0 to 30 now. As you can see, 0 to 30 very, very quickly. Suspension, as I said earlier, preload adjustable on the rear, just basic telescopic forks up front. It's a basic setup, does the job absolutely fine. It's nothing to write home about, but coupled with the comfy seat, it's generally on the whole a very, very nice ride quality. It's all pretty bumpy down here, and no problems at all there. But what I just love about this scooter is the sort of the size, the comfort, the screen. The engine is very perky, it's very peppy, it's always willing. And I have done some long trips on this. I did 100 miles the other day on it, and had to stop about halfway, and it was absolutely fine. I don't think I've ever done 100 miles before on a 125, so that just shows the sort of the touring ability of this scooter. So obviously, being a scooter, its riding position is super comfortable, nice and upright, nice bars. You can have either feet forward position or feet back, and for me at 5'7", 170 centimeters, it fits me a treat. If you were a bigger guy, if you were 6 foot say, plenty of leg room here, so not a problem. But all in all, a very, very comfortable scooter, nice plush seats. I have also taken someone on the back, and they found it very comfortable as well, so that's all good. What I particularly like is just this engine. When you open it up, it really does go well for a 125. Even up hills, it pulls well. It's exceptionally smooth. The throttle response is nice and mellow. Handling wise, feels very sure-footed. Michelin tyres provide excellent grip. Front brake's got a nice smooth progressive feel to it, and the back is excellent as well. ABS. So we'll just try some sort of low speed running just to check the fueling, and that's all very, very smooth. Yeah, impeccable fueling at low RPM there, and a very quick sort of pick up when you open it up. So all in all, guys, the Forza is a really nice scooter. It's one of the best ones you can get, in my opinion. I think the X Max 125 Yamaha is quite a bit more, by about £500, but this one would get my money if I was in the market for a premium sort of maxi scooter. It's fully equipped. Anyway, let's take it on a dual carriageway next, and then take it round town. So we're going to take the Forza 125 onto a dual carriageway now, just to show you how it sort of handles the higher speeds. you don't normally associate high speeds to the 125, but this scooter really holds its own on dual carriageway. So here we go, wide open throttle. So I've got the screen in the highest position, absolutely no wind at all on me. It's a lovely little bubble of calm air here. There's your indicated 60 miles an hour, no problem at all. And there you go, we're going up a bit of a hill here at the moment. It's showing an indicated 70, and it's actually got a little bit more in reserve. You can feel it going on. And so a 125 scooter that's very dual carriageway capable is very, very impressive. Feels very, very stable at this speed. It's not a very windy day today, but it's also quiet. There's, you know, it's cold today as well. It's 5 degrees, and there's not much sort of wind hitting me at all. I'm not getting any wind chill really. Even my hands haven't got much sort of wind hitting them from the sort of side fairings here, pushing the wind out. So if I lower the screen, you'll probably hear the noise on the microphone now. And back up again, and it's all is good. So excellent screen, really good. Let's just slow it down a bit to a more sort of relaxing 60-ish, and that's all very, very smooth and civilized. So as you can see, the Forza 125 is more than happy at going on dual carriageways, and it would stay like this all day long. It's very comfortable. It's definitely an all day comfortable scooter. So you've got a lovely comfortable riding position, excellent mirrors, superb storage. I'd probably fit a top box to this as well, so you know, you can see how much storage capability you've got on this scooter. So at these sort of higher revs, 9,000 RPM now, it's very smooth. I still can't feel any vibrations whatsoever, and it's holding its own. Look, indicated 70 mile an hour there with a bit to go as well on the throttle. So yeah, very impressive on the dual carriageways for the Forza 125. Welcome to a night riding section on the Honda Forza 125. That's currently on the low beam. There's quite an impressive swathe of light there. Those LEDs look amazing. There's your indicators, all very bright LEDs, super safe. Nice backlight there. So that's on low beam, and your high beam illuminates that lower section there. So that's low, and that's your high beam. And you've got to admit, that is super impressive. That's probably the safest lights I think I've ever seen for visibility. So anyway, let's try this out, shall we? So absolutely superb comprehensive dash on this. Speedo revs, all your info in the middle there. Very nice, bright, easy to read. Okay, let's try this out. So we're currently on the low beam, and that is super impressive. Very, very wide spread of light there. And there's your high beam. So if you had to do extended night rides on this, say you were riding to work or whatever at night time, these LEDs provide fantastic lighting power. The low beams going about sort of, I don't know, 20 meters ahead of me there. It's really wide, going up on the verges there, both sides. And that's in the high beam, which is superb, absolutely superb. So there's your low again. There's your flasher, headlight flasher, and high beam, which is absolutely 5-star, really, really good lights. Very impressive. And most impressive is the spread from left to right. It's going right out to the hedges there. I don't know if you can make that out on the GoPro, but it's very, very impressive. So high beam and your low beam, excellent. The dash there with all the speedo and the revs is super bright. It's not overly bright, it's not hurting my eyes at all, but it's very, very clear and easy to read, so that's superb. So we're just in a town environment now. Going to try out the Forza in one of its natural habitats. You know, you're going to be definitely using this bike for work, commuting, that sort of stuff. Let's see what it's like at low speeds. So throttle pickup is very, very instant from low RPM. It's quite pokey actually for a 125. It's not snatchy at all. The CVT, continuously variable transmission, works flawlessly. It's centrifugal clutch, the way that comes in from off the throttle to on the throttle is very seamless. There's no sort of juddering or anything like that. Exceptionally smooth, even though it's a big scooter. It's very easy to handle. You know, with scooters the weight is very low down, so it's very easy to sort of chuck around. General handling of the scooter is very nice. These Michelin City Grip tyres are superb, by the way. So we're just 20 mile an hour now, and about 4,000 or 5,000 RPM, just feathering the throttle. Incredibly easy. Fuel injection, the fueling is perfect. There's no sort of hunting or nasty surging or anything. So I'm just slowing it right down now. Back on the throttle. All the indicators, all very tactile. It's quite busy on this side with all your info A and B and screen, but you soon get used to it. It's all very nice. So it's a basic suspension on this, nothing untoward, but it all does the job very well. Visibility, mirrors, excellent. I mean, I could put the screen down now. I mean, if you're in a hot country, you could put the screen down for having more sort of wind on you to keep you cool. I generally like to have it back there actually. Here we go, just sort of walking pace now, just feathering the throttle. Very, very easy. So it just flicks around from side to side so easily. If you open it up, it really goes well. If you open it up, it's got really good pickup from low down. So yeah guys, I'll give this scooter 5 stars in town. It's got quite a nice commanding riding position, got great visibility, excellent wind protection, all the controls are nice, dash is good, smooth progressive brakes. So I've been on this scooter now for over an hour now, and again the seat's very, very, very comfortable. So this would make a superb commuter. So there you go guys, Honda Forza 125 in town is excellent. Wrap it up in here. It's the lovely pool harbour. So I hope you enjoyed that review guys on the Honda Forza 125. Without doubt the best, nicest 125 scooter that I've ever ridden. I've ridden some nice ones. It's one of the most expensive, but you definitely get what you pay for. It's super smooth, quick for a 125, very well equipped. The weather protection is absolutely superb. That electric screen is first class in my opinion. So all good guys. Right, we'll just pop it here and we'll have a little look round again, shall we? So there's that lovely comprehensive dash, all very clear, tons of information, superb electric screen with lots of range, twist and go simplicity, all really nice controls. Right, let's try what it's like onto the centre stand. Very easy on the centre stand. And there we go. Right then, let's take a look round, shall we? So it's rather mucky with our UK winters at the moment. So excellent Michelin City Grip tyres there. Do a good job. 120 on the front, 140 on the rear, providing lots of grip. Basic suspension, but it's absolutely fine, does the job. Nice, comfortable, very plush, big seat. It is quite a tall bike with that wide seat, so do bear that in mind if you're a lot shorter than me. I'm 5'7" tall, 170 centimetres. Massive under-seat storage there, so that's good. If it's mine, I'd be fitting a top box to it as well. And your little glove box there with a USB. Very smooth CVT transmission. Very nice to use, easy. Passenger foot pegs, centre stand, side stand. I say keyless ignition. What do you think of the Honda Forza 125? Please post your comments down below. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. And I'll catch you again in another week for another review. Ride safe guys, all the best. Bye for now.